The Appleton-Parkersburg Community Schools would like to welcome you to tonight's game between your AP Falcons and the Clarion Goldfield Dows Cowboys. We would like to thank Kevin and Amy Truax from Truax Insurance and Iowa Sports Supply for sponsoring our postseason so that we can bring tonight's game to you live. We would also
Bach, Todd Thompson, and Elijah Culpepper. And now the lineup for the Clarion Goldfield Dows Cowboys. A senior, number 11, Mateo Martinez. A junior, number 13, Cody Olson. A junior, number 15, Jackson Carpenter. A junior, number 21, Aiden Harrington. A junior, number 43, Connor State. Head coach for the Cowboys is Brandon Lansky, assisted by Jason Burning. And now for your Appleton-Parkersburg Falcons. A junior, number 1, Jaden Mackey. A freshman, number 2, Gavin Thomas. A sophomore, number 3, Garrett Hempen. A senior, number 4, Joshua Hahn. A senior, number 10, Owen Thomas. The Falcons are coached by Aaron Thomas, assisted by Jason Berkey, Connor Newroth, Gary Flanagan, Garrett Meyer, and Keaton Hempen. Please stand as Lauren Carney sings our national anthem this evening.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We want to make a special thank you to Iowa Sports Supply, Campbell Bellama Insurance, and Truax Insurance for sponsoring tonight's game. Masks are required, so please make sure you're wearing masking properly in the bleachers and in the commons area. Thank you.
Next guy, Jackson. Right here. Coming up high. Corner Eden. Next guy. Next guy, Jackson. Each side, Eden.
Basket good by Garrett Hempen. Thirty-second timeout taken by the Appleton-Parkersburg Falcons. Gavin Thomas with a three-point connection.
How we doing? All right, good deal. Nice job. We just started, so you're good. Good deal. Nice job with everything. That was
Hempin with the three-pointer. Timeout taken by the Cowboys. Full timeout taken by Clarion Goldfield Dows.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association needs your help to add registered sports officials this school year. Officials are needed at all levels in all IHSAA sanctioned sports. Officiating allows you to stay close to the action while serving as a community leader. And in Iowa, high school and junior high games can't take place without them. Visit www.ihsaa.org/officials or highschoolofficials.com for more information. Help the IHSAA add one today.
CGD, the opponent tonight, Clarion Goldfield Dows, has thrown already two defensive looks at the Falcons. They've gone 2-3. They've also gone 1-3-1. But some quick shooting from outside by the Falcons, which has been their bread and butter all season long. Gavin Thomas has hit a three. Garrett Hempin has hit a three. Hempin has 5 total points on the game. It's CGD basketball, moving from left to right across your radio dial. So glad you could join us for this one here tonight. Should be a lot of fun, a lot of offense expected in this one as Martinez is going to walk it across the timeline. Now flip up to State. State into the corner where it's held by Harrington. Lobs back in for State. Had it tipped right back to him. Goes baseline. Lobs to State in the post with the right hand. And the Cowboys are on the board. AP sprinting back the other way. Hempin holds on the logo, trying to cross over. CGD in a 2-3. To the right side with Mackey. Mackey peels back. Now tries to cross over the defender. Hops to the free throw line. Out to the left. Swing into the corner. Dribble away from that Thomas. Thomas caught up in the air. Back to Hempin. Now Gavin Thomas. Into the middle with Hahn. Hahn goes up with the left. Had it altered by State. Gets his own board. Again blocked by State and a foul. Connor State, one of the best shot blockers in our listening area. 46 blocks heading into just the postseason. They're going to call the foul against Harrington, who got him from behind, rather than State, who would have otherwise had a clean block, as the first free throw up and in for the lengthy Josh Hahn. Starting lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Cowboys, it's Mateo Martinez, a senior, Cody Olson, a junior, Jackson Carpenter, a junior, Aiden Harrington, a junior, and Connor State, a junior. Head coach Brandon Lansky. Josh Hahn goes 2 for 2 there. Starting lineups for the Falcons, Jaden Mackey, a junior, Gavin Thomas, a junior, Garrett Hempin, a sophomore, Josh Hahn, a senior, and Owen Thomas, a senior. Head coach of the Falcons is Aaron Thomas. 9-2, 5:10 to go, first quarter. Falcons come out in 2-3 zone themselves. As currently holding it right now, just getting a feel for the offense is Olson as he goes inside now from the free throw line, missed it wide, and the rebound is pulled down by Mackey. Mackey wants to run the other way, stops at the three-point line, now to the free throw line, drives in, pull-up jumper is too strong, gets his own board though, goes up into Harrington and finishes off the window. Second chance points already playing a factor here for the Falcons as they lead it by 9. Cowboys try and pass around this pressure from three-quarters court, now into Harrington in the far side corner. Harrington one dribble away from it, lob back to center court where it's held by Carpenter. Carpenter working on Hempin, gets around him into the paint, now to State. State is doubled, goes up, had it blocked by Hahn, but the rebound comes to the Cowboys. Martinez straight away for 3, buries it. Mateo Martinez, who had 19 in their opening round game against Belmont Clemmy, gets his first bucket, and it's a 6-point deficit. On the other end, Mackey, shot fake and drive, trying to go baseline, does, now doubled in the paint, kicks back out, and it's stolen by Martinez. 2-on-2 the other way. Martinez wants to go up with the right hand, missed it wide, and a rebound is pulled down by Carpenter. Carpenter dribbles out to Olson for 3, short, put back from State, on its way, up and in. Connor State with 4 points, and the lead is just 4. Up the floor come the Falcons. Mackey had it poked away by Martinez, and now a foul as Martinez is going to pick up the reach. Both teams want to go quickly as we have our first sub for both teams. Harrington comes off. Jacob Moore comes into the ball game. Christian Hogstad comes into the game for the first time as Josh Hahn comes off. Both teams like to run when they get the ball, whether it be on a defensive rebound or even if it's just up the length of the floor. I have a lot of athletes out on the floor tonight. Here's a three from Hempen, connects. Garrett Hempen with 8 first quarter points. And the Falcons lead it by 7. Martinez up the floor, caught by Moore in the corner. And now to the right side, a three from Carpenter, high off the back iron, and they're gonna say it bounced up and off the extension hanging out over the front of the hoop, and it will be out of bounds. Last touch by the Cowboys. Cowboys in their road blacks tonight. White numbers trimmed in red. Falcons in their home whites, and here's a turnover up the floor. Haugstad couldn't handle the pass. Up the length of the floor. Olsen on the other end to Martinez. Shot fake. Now lips it inside to State. Now a cutter here going up, and no contact or no foul on the contact as Olsen missed the layup. Falcons go the other way. It's Mackey on the block. Goes up. Double clutch, and a foul is called. Mackey's going to go to the free throw line for the first time tonight as Jackson Carpenter is the guilty party. Already 3 team fouls on the Cowboys. None on the Falcons here in the first 5 minutes of play. Mackey's first free throw is up and in. Gavin Wilson getting ready to check in for the first time. Mackey averaging just under 13 points a game, a 73% free throw shooter. As Connor State's going to come out here. Mackey's second free throw is true as well. 4 points in the first quarter for Mackey, who now checks out of the ball game. Coming in for the first time is Elijah Switzer. Switzer averages just about 6 points per game. 3 minutes exactly to go, 9-point lead for the home team Falcons. Wilson nearly lost, or Moore nearly lost in the backcourt. Now they get it across half. Martinez controls, bounces to the left side, swinging to the corner. Wilson now back and intended for Carpenter, has it stolen away. Owen Thomas runs the floor for the Falcons. Stops at the 3-point line. Gets around Martinez, now tries to go inside to Haugstad, and it's tipped and taken away. Ball's loose on the floor, and Coach Lansky's going to be granted a timeout with 2:36 to go in the quarter. Seen some quick defensive plays by both teams here early on, but the offense is going to be something we're focusing on all night long. As this AP team averages just under 73 points per game. Clarion Goldfield Dows averages just over 63 points per game. But Clarion Goldfield Dows, who's on a 3-game winning streak, has been averaging 68 points per game in those 3 contests in that winning streak. Also between the two teams, Clarion Goldfield Dows, the only of the 2 teams to have put up a 90 on the scoreboard of this season. That came in a game against Eagle Grove earlier in the year. AP, though, has 5 games this year where they've scored at least 80 points. So a lot of shooters for both teams, a lot of guard play where they're not afraid to push the tempo. Coach Lansky told us after the game on Monday against Belmont Clemmy, sometimes that works counter to what the Cowboys want to do, but perhaps it works into their favor here tonight. As they break the press with relative ease there, Martinez wanted to drive, but now pulls back out as he's doubled. Lob over to the left to Moore. Moore to Carpenter. Carpenter backs up to the logo, lobs across to Martinez. Martinez sizes up a 3, misses off to the wayside, and a foul is called against the Falcons. That goes against Josh Hahn. Maybe bumped into Jacob Moore from behind. That'll be the first team foul on the Falcons. Gavin Thomas going to come off now as Jaden Mackey checks back in. 2:15 to go in this quarter. Olsen to inbound, gets it into Moore. Moore shot fake and drive around Hahn. Now back into the corner. Olsen for 3 from the corner. Got it. Cody Olsen took over the game in the 4th quarter against Belmont Clemmy on Monday. Gets his first basket, and it's a 6-point lead. Hempen runs point for the Falcons this time. Switzer now quick pass inside to Haugstad. Had it ripped away. Carpenter got a hand on it, now takes it the other direction. Cradles with the right, up a couple bounces off the back of the rim and through. That's a nice looking finish by Jackson Carpenter, and it's 16-12. So far AP hasn't had much in the way of basketball inside. They've been hitting from outside. Starting to get a little bit more pressure here out on the logo, and Mateo Martinez is going to force a travel as he flustered the younger Garrett Hempen right on the Falcon logo at half court. Cody Olsen's going to check out now as Connor State comes back into the ballgame. Both teams, a lot of guys who will be back next year, bright futures for both of these programs. But certainly in win now mode as well. Into the corner, here's a three from Moore, too high, and Hahn with the board. Josh Hahn with that incredible length, 6'6", tallest player on the floor. Here's a drive inside. Haugstad goes up and hammers it with one hand. That was a clean dish from Hempen, and Haugstad flushed it home. 18-12. 1:12 to go. Martinez casually across the timeline. Bounces to the right where it's held by Wilson. Wilson back to Martinez, surveys the floor, wants to go to State and does. State sizing up Haugstad, spinning into him with the right hand. A baby hook spirals out, and Josh Hahn plucks down a board. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Mackey, crossover dribble, trying to get around Moore, and now will pull back out. Switzer into the short corner, Hahn. Hahn looks in at Haugstad, cut off by State. Now to Mackey on the left wing. 4-3, too strong. Haugstad aboard, one dribble, power up, missed it again, and State gets the rebound. Good defense there by State. Up the floor comes Carpenter with the ball. Lobs to the right. Martinez, shot fake. Two defenders come out. Now back to Carpenter into the high post. State, kick to the left wing. Shot fake and drive for Moore. Goes baseline, spins back to State, throws it up with two hands, and just too much behind it. Mackey gets the board, goes the other way. Up the floor to Hempen with the right hand on the left block and finishes the finger roll. 10 points in this first quarter for the sophomore Garrett Hempen. It's an 8-point lead with 10 seconds to go. Carpenter at 5 now. Wants a screen, it's gotta go. Carpenter gets a screen from State. Throws up a contested shot to State at the buzzer, and he nailed it. Connor State at the buzzer. We have ourselves a ball game. Let's go to the second, 20-15. AP with the lead. You're listening to high school basketball on 104.9 KLMJ.
We would like to thank Kevin and Amy Truax from Truax Insurance and Iowa Sports Supply for sponsoring our postseason so that we can bring tonight's game to you live.
8-0.
We would also like to thank Campbell Mellema Insurance for sponsoring all of our live streams from the regular season and our fine arts streams.
We would like to thank Dr. Durbin and Unity Point Clinic, Dr. Adam Hogestraat and Dr. Jason Eller with Parkersburg Chiropractic, and Sam DeVore, Julie Eddy at Parkersburg Taylor Physical Therapy. Dr. Andrew Ashel, Dr. Chad Buss, and Rachel Cassins from Taylor Physical Therapy. Thank you for your support.
Welcome back to AP here. Cody Olson lets a three fly for CGD as they have the first possession of this second quarter. Falcons come the other way with a 20-15 lead. Mackey with it straight away to the left where it's held by Gavin Thomas into the corner. Hempen for three. He has the hot hand and keeps it going. Garrett Hempen, 13 points in this first half. Still plenty of time to go. Ben Helwick here with you. Ben DeMuth back in studio. Martinez has the ball knocked away on the floor and a jump ball as Garrett Hempen poked it away for just long enough to create the scramble and a jump ball. And it'll be Appleton Parkersburg basketball. Hempen with 13 now through the first quarter and some change. Connor State has 7 to lead the CGD Cowboys. Mackey runs point, gets a screen from Owen Thomas, glides into the lane, now back to Thomas. Thomas on the left wing. Skip pass across the way to Hempen, to Gavin Thomas. He'll pull the trigger on a three, and that one is off the mark. State the rebound up to Martinez. Finds Carpenter. Carpenter goes baseline with a finger roll. Had it blocked by Hahn. And now a foul going to go against State, who crashed over top of Thomas. Excuse me, that's going to go against Cody Olson. Perhaps try to poke it away from behind. Fourth team foul on the Cowboys. Nobody with multiple fouls as it stands right now. A little bit of pressure here from CGD, a little 1-2-2 look as Mackey and Hempen play catch in the backcourt, and they're going to call 10 seconds. Maybe a little lack of urgency there from AP. A little surprised to see the pressure, but Mateo Martinez playing active at the top of that 1-2-2 zone does enough to create the 10-second violation. Pretty counter to what AP usually does, usually run and gun, but that being said, CGD caught him off guard. Olson with it to Martinez on the left. Now into the high post, Harrington. Harrington to State on the elbow. State, 2 dribbles, now trying to back down Hahn. Up and under move, and he's fouled. Connor State's post moves are so good, and you wonder what a summer can do for him heading into his senior year. Already has that touch around the rim, but if he's able to add some meat to him, tone up the muscle a little bit, he is going to be a dominant post player next year as he's unable to connect on the first free throw. Haugstad back into the game for Appleton-Parkersburg. Josh Hahn to the bench. That's his second foul, the only AP player with any kind of fouls. State's second free throw is good. State now with 8 in the ball game. 7-point lead for Appleton-Parkersburg. Mackey lobs to the right side with Hempen. Now he does cross half. Up to Haugstad, into the short corner. Owen Thomas dribbles away from it. At the three-point line, back to Hempen, to Thomas. He's wide open for three. He'll take, and he'll hit. Owen Thomas for three, and now a whistle after the shot was made, and they're going to fix the net. That was too clean of a swish by Owen Thomas as it dislodged the net. And if nothing else, that's good news for Appleton-Parkersburg, the fact that Owen Thomas, that's the first time he shot the ball tonight, and now a steal, nearly a steal rather, as it rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Jaden Mackey. For AP to have the hot shooting start that, yes, they're accustomed to, but to do it without their leading scorer contributing till this point, it's a good sign moving forward, as here's a fire pass inside by Martinez, too high for Arrington, and the turnover will give it back to AP with 6:02 to go in the half. Reminder, at half, we'll have an update again from State Wrestling in Des Moines. Dwayne Karsten's Corey Yoder standing by. We'll hear from Garrett Seba and Remington Hansen wrestling for CGD at State as Mackey misses a layup coast to coast. Rebound by Haugstad, pulls out, tries to go up, had it tipped, but still gets it to drop. Caden Christian Haugstad now with 4 points in the game. 12-point lead for AP, their largest of the game. Olsen double teams on the logo, gets it to State in the high post. State trying to work around Haugstad, back to Martinez. He'll take a three and knocks it down. Big shot there, Martinez, to end the run. Still a 9-point lead. Mackey working to the right to Hempen. Hempen goes inside, had it stripped by Martinez. Down the floor he goes with the left hand, finishes the layup. Mateo Martinez, those active hands on defense create buckets the other way. 7-point lead once again. It's been a game of quick spurts by both teams. AP has been in control from the word go as Owen Thomas takes a three, clangs out, and a rebound comes to Martinez. Slows down as he crosses half court, works it to Carpenter, dead center. Now hand off to Olsen on the left. Olsen, shot fake, drive to the elbow, stops, looks back, lobs to Carpenter. He'll set for three. Now shot fake drive. But gets to the free throw line and then pulls back over to Olsen. Olsen looks in at State at the high post. Now lobs to the corner, Carpenter. He'll pop a three. And that one's too strong. Rebound to Mackey. Garrett Thomas pushes the tempo. Now to Owen Thomas for three. Off the mark, gets his own board, goes back up. Challenged at the rim, but still finishes. Owen Thomas, leader in points for this AP team, averaging about 12 points per game. Makes it a 9-point lead. Cody Olsen gives off to Martinez. Still got to get across half. Unable to do so at the moment. Now tipped to State. State to Harrington on the block. Shot fake, goes up. He missed a wild shot. Owen Thomas, the rebound, shovels it up to Gavin Thomas. Thomas into the corner, Mackey. Mackey back to Hempen. Nearly had it poked away by Carpenter, but Gavin Thomas comes up with it into the corner. Mackey for three, left it short. State the rebound. Over halfway through this second quarter, 30-29. Cody Olsen, pedal to the metal. Now into the corner, Martinez. Shot fake gets around Owen Thomas. Now takes a three, high off the back of the rim, and a rebound to Haugstad. Owen Thomas will run point. Looks to the right, now goes to the left. Gavin Thomas, shot fake and drive, goes up into State, blocked off the backboard, and they're going to call a foul. Connor State's going to pick up a foul there. That's his first. Team fifth, though, on the Cowboys. Each of the five starters with a foul here. Good news for CGD, if you can find a silver lining there. First free throw up and good for Gavin Thomas, the junior. Elijah Switzer comes into the game for the first time, as does Cooper Hoff. First time we've seen him. Switzer's second time in the game. Hoff's first time in the ballgame, should say. Also, Jacob Moore checks back into the game for CGD. Second free throw also good for Gavin Thomas. 32-21, 3:33 to go. Still in the first half. Martinez across half court. Switzer on him. Showing off the dribble moves, waiting for the offense. Lobs to the left with Olsen. Olsen looks at State in the high post. Haugstad on his tail, now gives back to Martinez. Martinez backpedals, Can hear Coach Lansky calling out for some more spacing on the floor here, trying to get the offense going as Martinez goes up a shot fake. Now stutter step, drive, left wing, 3 for Olson is long, and a rebound is tipped to Switzer at the 3-point line. Here comes AP the other way. Owen Thomas at the block with a reversal and a foul by Harrington, who got him on the reversal. It'll be the second foul on Harrington, the junior. Still 2:58 to go in the first half. Owen Thomas, 5 points in the second quarter after going up empty in the first quarter. Hits the first free throw. Thomas, a 57% free throw shooter. Also leads the team in assists. I can tell you the style of offense AP has when leading leading scorer and assist giver is the same guy. As here's a steal in the backcourt. Owen Thomas takes it away with the layup on a Euro step. Missed it short. Now a putback by Thomas is a little bit long. Should say Gavin Thomas on the putback, and now a foul underneath the basket as Switzer trying to reach in. First foul on Elijah Switzer. Owen Thomas and Switzer are going to head to the bench. Hempin and Mackey come back in. 13-point lead. CGD looking to try and chip into this lead before the halftime break. Martinez up the floor, bounces over to State. State up to Harrington, makes a nice catch to save it from going out of play. Now Harrington tries to go baseline. Dribbles into a double team, finds State on the block, a spin move up with the right, couple bounces on the rim and out. It's a nice move by State, but couldn't finish. Here come the Falcons the other way. Gavin Thomas, Euro step up and a blocking foul as Cody Olson just slid a little bit too far to the left to try and draw the charge. Regardless, it'll be free throws for AP. Was it on the floor or on the shot? They're going to say it was on the shot as AP now in the bonus. Second time at the free throw line for Gavin Thomas, but his first miss as the first one rattles out. Jackson Carpenter back into the ballgame for aiding Harrington is going to sit with those 2 fouls. Offenses for both teams have slowed down a little bit in this second quarter. Gavin Thomas gets another free throw. A lot more free throws in the second quarter for AP. CGD comes down the floor. Martinez on the far side. Is able to get across half on the logo. Double comes. Gets it out to State. State on the left wing. Now lob to the right, Carpenter. Carpenter works to the left, back to the center of the floor. Now Olson. Olson to the corner, held by Moore. Moore back to Carpenter, who goes up, and Olson has it blocked. As Haugstad meeting him at the top of the rim. Under 2 minutes to go. Owen Thomas going to check back in as Hoff comes out. Carpenter inbound, 4-low setup. The CGD, they get it into Martinez in the near side corner. Goes up, contested shot on a double pump and gets a friendly bouncing in. Maybe not the shot selection Coach Lansky would have liked, but drops nonetheless. 10 first half points now for Martinez. Here's a pass to Haugstad on the block. Goes up and had it blocked by State on a dunk attempt. Connor State unafraid of the height that either Haugstad or Josh Hahn can throw at him down low. It's an impressive job by Connor State. State now with it on the right wing, drives around Mackey, spin move goes up and has it blocked. No, a foul. Connor State goes to the free throw line for the second time this evening. That's the first foul on Jaden Mackey, for fourth team foul on the Falcons. State a 54% free throw shooter. Already with 8 points tonight, make it 9. Gavin Thomas cherry picking on the back end on a potential long pass, which Coach Lansky alerts his players to as State hits the second. 35-25, 1:23 to go. It's hovered right around 10 points for most of this second quarter. Mackey with it on the left wing into the high post. Owen Thomas. State couldn't take it away. Now Thomas drives into the block, turns around, lobs out to Mackey. Passes up the three, dribbles in, elbow jumper off the side of the rim. Haugstad a putback and a foul. And that's going to go against Connor State, or excuse me, going to go against Jacob Moore. His first. 2 free throws coming for Haugstad. Has 4 points tonight. 70% free throw shooter. High arcing free throw is up and in. At halftime, we'll hear from more CGD wrestlers on the mat down at State as we continue our coverage from the state tournament throughout these next few days. A lot of fun down there. Coming up, more updates at halftime. Second free throw also up and in. Back to a 12-point lead for AP. A little bit more pressure here on the press. Carpenter trying to shake Gavin Thomas. Now lobs up to Martinez. Mackey on him. Now has the ball knocked away, gets it across at the last second to Cody Olson, who lobs into the corner. Held by Moore. Moore to Martinez, takes a turnaround jumper, a little strong. Rebound is controlled by Hempen after it rolled around on the floor for a bit. Gavin Thomas up the floor, into the corner. Thomas for three, off the mark. Owen Thomas on that three, should say Gavin Thomas on the passes. Here's a pass up the floor, touched by Mackey and out of bounds, as Mackey nearly got the turnover. 34 seconds to go. Cowboys may be looking to try and cut this to single digits before the intermission.
Ball movement. Cut in the middle.
Coach Lansky wants some ball movement. Martinez goes up into the lane, up with the left, and left it off the front of the rim. Loose ball on the rebound, and it's last touched by the Falcons. And it'll be CGD basketball underneath their own hoop. 24.5 to go here in this second quarter. AP has led wire to wire so far. Cody Olson to inbound, wants to get it to State. Has a good steal on Haugstad, goes up, turn around, has it blocked. Haugstad read that play well, and AP can settle for the final shot. Owen Thomas getting some light pressure from Martinez, whips it to Mackey. Mackey back to Thomas on the logo. Thomas dribbles to the three-point line to Mackey. Shot fake, drive, up, at the elbow, knocked it in. 3 seconds to go. CGD half-court heave by Olson with one hand is off to the wayside. 39-25 your halftime score. AP adds to their lead in this second quarter and takes a 14-point lead into the second half. Good first half of action, lots of offense, lots of tempo. Expect more of the same in the second half. We'll step aside here and we'll have action from the state wrestling tournament in Des Moines. Ben Helwig, Ben DeMuth back here with you. You're listening to high school basketball on 104.9 KLMJ.
We would like to thank Kevin and Amy Truex from Truex Insurance and Iowa Sports Supply for sponsoring our postseason so that we can bring tonight's game to you live.
I'm sorry.
We would also like to thank Campbell Mellema Insurance for sponsoring all of our live streams from the regular season and our fine arts streams. The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to take this opportunity to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, schools, and to those around you. Good sportsmanship shows character, accountability, and sets a positive example on and off the field. The IHSAA thanks you for being a good sport for tonight's game.
I assume we probably got to go to a booster, Ben, but we started the second half. Sounds good. Thank you. Nice job. That was pretty smooth. And you don't have any.
Foul on Appleton Parkersburg, number 2, Gavin Thomas. That's his first foul, team first of the half. Basket good by Connor State.
Second half underway here from Appleton Parkersburg High School. Ben Elwig back here with you. Ben DeMuth, Manning Controls back in studio. It's 39-27. CGD gets a basket out of the halftime break, out of a Connor State layup. So it's 39-27, AP with a lead. They've led for the entirety of the game here. They go to Owen Thomas inside, spinning up to Hahn. Now Mackey at the three-point line. Jab step to get around Carpenter, up with the left, and a smooth finish by the junior. 41-27, thanks to Dwayne and Corey down in Des Moines, anchoring our wrestling coverage. We'll have more on the way for you throughout the night. CGD with it in the half court. Carpenter to Martinez, nearly at half court to the left. Olsen, he sizes up a three, unable to connect, but a putback caught in midair, and finishing is Carpenter. Jackson Carpenter now with 4 points in the ball game. On the other end, Gavin Thomas looked in at Hahn, wasn't there. Good steal by State, works to the left with Hempen. Hempen crossover to Hahn, who now came out to the three-point line. Back to Hempen. Hempen dribbles to the elbow. Had it poked away by Martinez for a second, but Gavin Thomas comes up with it. Gavin Thomas in, working on Cody Olsen. Spies up a deep two, and the rebound comes to Harrington of CGD. Martinez wants to push the other way without numbers on the right wing. He'll take a three off the dribble, left it off the side of the rim, and a rebound is controlled by Josh Hahn. Not a bad look for Mateo Martinez. Pull up in transition. Here's Mackey thundering into the paint to Hahn at the elbow. Goes in, had it tipped away. Owen Thomas comes up with it. Pump fake, now Gavin Thomas on the three-point line. High off the back of the rim and off the top of the extension on top of the hoop, out of bounds. I haven't mentioned it all night, but AGWSR West Fork are playing currently over on KQCR if you are so interested. To area teams as well. West Fork had a pretty sizable halftime lead at last look. As here's Connor State down the floor, up, missed the layup, put back by Carpenter again, finishes around the basket. And a good start to this half for CGD, 10-point deficit. Here's Mackey, he'll take a baseline jumper that rims out, and Carpenter now State the rebound. Martinez up the floor, spinning around Gavin Thomas, now to the left Carpenter. Carpenter dribbles away from the three-point line. Now gets a screen from State. Dribbles away from that. Now Thunder's inside. Up with the right. Falling down. Rebound by Harrington. Out to Olsen. Olsen wide open for three. On its way. And he missed everything. State tried to save it on the baseline, but a little late. And for Cody Olsen, he just not had that shooting stroke tonight. He hit 1-3 in the first quarter, but it has not found its way back since then. We need him to perk up a little bit. Owen Thomas with it now. Haugstad to the left. Hempen. Hempen looks at a cutting Owen Thomas, now to Gavin Thomas, who stops at the free throw line for a jumper that clangs out. Haugstad, a strong rebound putback, is up and floats in. He's played really well tonight inside on both offense and defense. Strong putback there, gets the deficit to 12, and now an out-of-bounds pass flies errantly over the head of Carpenter, and a turnover will give it back to AP. Everyone on the scorer's table having to duck for cover. Owen Thomas to inbound in front of the scorer's table, tosses it into the backcourt to Hempen. 4:23 to go, third quarter, 12-point lead for the Falcons. Mackey with it on the left side, gets a screen from Owen Thomas, dribbles inside, takes a paint jumper, and the rebound is controlled by Martinez. Martinez dribbling up with the left hand. Works to the left, Olsen. Mackey tried to intercept the pass, couldn't do so. Olsen drives inside, now lobs to the right wing. Carpenter for three. And that's a little strong. Rebound comes to Gavin Thomas, but now stolen at half court by Carpenter. We'll keep it with CGD. To the left, Olsen drives baseline, goes up, shovels to Martinez, who puts it up in traffic and couldn't find its way through. Owen Thomas a rebound. He will slow things down now. To Hempen. Hempen works to the center of the floor, waits for some cutters. Owen Thomas on the left wing. Now a lob in for Haugstad. Stayed on him, whips it to the corner. Here's a deep two that spirals out, but an offensive rebound by Haugstad again puts it back up and in. That jumper was missed by Gavin Thomas, but Haugstad another putback. Back to a 14-point lead, which was the deficit at half. Up the floor, Haugstad attempted steal, saves it on the far side of the floor as he flailed out of bounds. Owen Thomas controls, back the other way. Hempen drives inside, had it ripped away from behind by Martinez. Harrington comes up with it, 3-on-2 the other way. Martinez stops at the three-point line, stutter step, gets into the paint, up and under, finds Harrington with a double pump, finishes, and count a foul. That was a gorgeous pass by Martinez, just a two-handed underhand shovel pass. Found its way to Harrington, who had a double clutch midair. Drew the foul from Owen Thomas. And Harrington will go to the free throw line for the first time today. That's his first basket. Gavin Wilson, Jacob Moore back into the ball game for the Cowboys. Harrington can't complete the and one play. Also in that dead ball, Cooper Hoff back into the game for the Falcons.
Hey, full front, get around, talk.
Hempen brings the ball up the floor. Switzer also came in during that free throw. Switzer into the corner. Hoff inside to Haugstad, spinning up and through, but missed the shot. Gets his own rebound again, muscling it through the paint. Had it poked away by Carpenter. Carpenter running the floor without numbers. Still going to charge into the lane. Goes up with the right hand and a foul called. And two free throws coming for Carpenter. Kind of hold your breath in those situations. You see multiple players hit the floor pretty hard. Big thud. You wonder, hey, if it's going to be an offensive or defensive foul for the brief half second while you wait, but also make sure both guys are okay. Could be some scary collisions right around the cup as Carpenter connects on the first free throw. 7 points for Jackson Carpenter, averaging just under 9 points per game, 60% foul shooter. Tosses the ball in his right hand and puts it up, and it spins out. Haugstad again rips down a rebound. Just a menace on the block right now. Hempen the other way to Hoff, into the corner. Switzer for three, missed everything. Offensive rebound by Hahn, puts it back up and in. Josh Hahn, his first field goal of the game, now with 4 total. Martinez jetting up the floor, tripped up with the ball, and there's a whistle. They're going to have to call a travel or a foul, and they'll call a travel. Official, you may have even heard it through the headset there, comes over to Coach Lansky, says their feet got tied up. Nothing you can do about that. Pretty good call. Came down with the basketball, called a travel. Here's Hoff driving inside, and he's fouled. AP will go in a hurry. Don't put your head down. A couple quick passes, and they're already at the hoop as that foul called against Gavin Wilson, his first. Again, the good news for CGD on the foul side is they've spread that around. So no one Cowboy in really significant foul trouble as Hoff shorts the front free throw. Gavin Thomas, Jaden Mackey back into the ball game. Switzer and Hempen come off. 2:10 to go. Connor State remains on the bench for the time being for CGD. Hoff is able to spin in the second free throw. 48-34. And get it up the floor to Wilson at the logo. Wilson picks up his dribble, hands off behind where it's held by Carpenter. It's an extended 2-3 look from the Falcons as it's been the whole game. Moore with it. Now Carpenter to the right side. Martinez gets some pressure. Back to Carpenter. Lob into the high post where it's held by Wilson. Wilson handoff again to Carpenter. Carpenter backpedaling. Works to the right. Martinez shot fake. Goes up. Contested three and he missed it. Haugstad a rebound. Dribbled it off his foot. And now the ball's loose on the floor. Gavin Thomas coming up with it. Now the ball is on the floor and a timeout is granted to Coach Thomas with 1:33 to go in the third quarter. 48-34 third quarter. We'll keep it here during this timeout. And it's really been more of the same in this third quarter. Neither team has really came out to the overpowering start in this second half. It's mirrored the first half in a lot of ways, going toe-to-toe, some quick spurts by both teams. But again, that deficit for CGD hovers right around 10 to 15 points. Currently sits at 14, which was the same deficit at halftime. They're going to need to maybe hit some more shots from outside. They haven't hit a three in this third quarter. They only hit 1 3 in the second quarter. They hit 3 threes in the first. So they're able to maybe replicate that a little bit more. They trailed by just 5 at the end of that first quarter. Back to action here. Gavin Thomas receives the ball in the half court and works across the timeline. Gets a screen from Hahn. Works to the right. Looks in at Owen Thomas. The seal was there, but now passes to Haugstad. Now a pass for Thomas, who stumbled on the baseline, fell down, and the pass rolls out of bounds. Half second sooner, and Gavin Thomas would have had a wide open Owen Thomas. Pretty good one-on-one on the block. Now CGD will bring it up the floor with some light pressure from AP. Cody Olson trying to get it across half. Does so to State. State into the corner. Shot fake by Moore. Now goes baseline. Tosses out to Martinez on the three-point line. Back into the corner. Held once again by Moore. Moore to the high post. It's State missing a fall-away jumper. And Owen Thomas the rebound. Under a minute to go now in the corner. Thomas gets a screen from Hahn. Goes against it. Gets by Martinez. Now doubled on the block. Looks for a cutter. It's Gavin Thomas in the paint. Swatted by State. Here comes Martinez down the floor. Hahn behind him. Goes up and blocked it off the backboard. Rebound is rolled out of bounds. Last touch by the Falcons, but 2 monster blocks on both ends of the floor. But it'll stay with CGD. Josh Hahn pinned it against the backboard on the fast break by Martinez, but on the other end, Connor State a forceful block. Off the inbound, Olson fires over to the right where it's held by Moore. Now back to Olson. He'll take a 3 and finally sinks one. That's a good confidence-building 3 for Cody Olson, who's been pretty cold since that first quarter. 11-point game, 24 seconds to go. Big defensive possession for the Cowboys. Mackey, crossover, gets around Carpenter, stops in the lane, takes a pull-up jumper and buries it. 50-37, 15 seconds to go. Olson catches the ball across half court, stops at the three-point line, looks behind, nobody there, looks at State, now skips into the corner where it's held by Moore. Moore to State, and up onto Martinez, stops at the free throw line, pull-up jumper, left it short, and that is the way the third quarter ends. Some good action in the final minute of that third quarter, but AP maintains that double-digit lead. We head to the fourth. AP 50, CGD 37. Listening to high school basketball coverage on 104.9 KLMJ.
We would like to thank Kevin and Amy Truax from Truax Insurance and Iowa Sports Supply for sponsoring our postseason so that we can bring tonight's game to you live. We would also like to thank Campbell Mellema Insurance for sponsoring all of our live streams from the regular season and our fine arts streams.
I'll try and be quick if there's a timeout too. Welcome back, fourth quarter here at Applington Parkersburg High School. Falcons lead at 50-37 over Clarion Goldfield Dows. Flurry of action towards the end of that quarter. Hopefully a preview of what we see in the fourth. Ben Hellig back here with you. Ben DeMuth is in studio. Dwayne Karstens, Corey Yoder standing by in Des Moines at State Wrestling at Wells Fargo Arena. AP with it to begin this fourth quarter. As Hempen shot fake drive inside, gets around Harrington, and a foul is called. Harrington looked like he had ripped it away from Hempen, but they're going to call a reach going against Harrington. His second, no, excuse me, they're going to call it against State, who caught him with the body rather than Harrington on the reach. And a couple of fouls that have been close like that on both sides here through these first three quarters. As Owen Thomas collects off of the inbound and wedged the back off the bottom of the rim on a layup. CGD the other way. Martinez flips it over to the left, Carpenter into the high post. State, couple dribbles, working in on Hahn, goes up into him, spinning around the rim, can't get it to drop, and Hahn gets a rebound. Owen Thomas pushing it up the floor, lob up the floor to Hempen, goes into the block, swatted out of bounds by Harrington. There have been a huge big blocks in this second half. State, Hahn, now Harrington getting in on the block party. Lob comes into Hahn, put back on an alley-oop is unsuccessful. State the rebound, Carpenter up the floor. Neither team has scored in this first minute of the fourth quarter. State working into the paint, double covered, missed it, got his own rebound, shot fake, put back up, and spins it in for the and one. Connor State remains determined in that post and been battling down there through doubles, but just does such a good job of finishing through arms. That's the third foul on Josh Hahn. He'll head to the bench now as Haugstad comes back in the game. Connor State, a chance to cut it to a 10-point game. Haugstad has been great off the bench, though, for this game in AP as he grabs the rebound there. State can't finish the and one. Thomas up the floor at the three-point line, gets a screen from Haugstad, now pulls back. Works, gets a full head of steam into the free throw line. Stutter step out to Mackey. Mackey on the baseline is double teamed, kicks it out. Straightaway three for Gavin Thomas is in. Gavin Thomas, his first bucket of this second half, his first field goal since the first quarter, came at a big time for the Falcons. On the other end, Cody Olson will take a three. Left it short, rebound by Carpenter. He's been doing a lot of that in this second half, and the putback is short. On the rebound, Haugstad rips it away from Carpenter. Owen Thomas pushes it up the floor. Owen Thomas to the right. Gavin Thomas for three. Why not? That time he missed it short. Cody Olson aboard. Martinez crossover now to get up the floor. To Harrington on the right, back over to Olson. Olson pass fake to the right, wants to go to high post, wasn't there. Now to Martinez. Martinez slow things down as he pulls back to half court. Now to Carpenter on the near side of the floor. Back to Martinez into the high post. State takes a couple dribbles in, spinning through Haugstad, goes up, contested shot, blinks off the back of the rim, and it is controlled by the Falcons. Gavin Thomas back on the Falcon end of the floor, getting his commands from Coach Thomas. Aaron Thomas, very animated as they come. Head coach on the Falcon bench. To the right, Garrett Hempen wide open for three off a set play, but it's spun out. And they're going to call a foul against Haugstad, who bumped State from behind. Christian Haugstad talking about how he's been good in this ball game, offensively and defensively. That's just his first foul. All the more impressive considering he's battling against Connor State down low. 5th team foul, though, on the Falcons. CGD could benefit from getting into the bonus here early. Martinez goes baseline through Haugstad, finds State on the block. State juggled it for a second, now went up and gets fouled and go to the free throw line for two. Foul goes against Owen Thomas, his second, so that's the 6th team foul now on the Falcons. Next foul going against AP will put CGD at the free throw line for bonus tries. State bricks the first free throw. Grins a little bit, knew he missed that one poorly. Here comes Jacob Moore to the scorer's table. State unable to get to the second free throw. Rebound is tracked down by Haugstad. 5:18 to go, 53-39. CGD gonna make a run. They gotta start it here pretty soon. Mackey running point for the Falcons. Waiting for the offense to work through. Owen Thomas on the left now. Works to the middle of the floor, now to the right side, Gavin Thomas. Gavin Thomas into the corner, Mackey. Mackey lobs it in for Owen Thomas, goes up, had it blocked by State. State out to Carpenter, wanting to run. Carpenter, 2-on-2. Now we'll slow things down as the Falcons came back in transition to State at the elbow. Stutter step, goes up, finger roll, unable to get it to drop. Owen Thomas, another rebound. He's had some good possessions on the defensive boards here. Owen Thomas whips it to the left. Gavin Thomas. Now Hempen. Hempen back to Mackey. Mackey works inside. Hop step, goes up. Left hand foul. Count it. Jaden Mackey all the way to the hoop plus a foul. As it go against Carpenter, his second. Coach Lansky wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. Listening to high school basketball on 104.9 KLMJ.
Boys, timeout taken by CGD. Full timeout taken by the Cowboys.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association needs your help to add registered sports officials this school year. Officials are needed at all levels in all IHSAA sanctioned sports. Officiating allows you to stay close to the action while serving as a community leader. And in Iowa, high school and junior high games can't take place without them. Visit www.ihsaa.org/officials or highschoolofficials.com for more information. Help the IHSAA add one today.
Three-point bucket, good by Cody Olson.
Welcome back to Appleton-Parkersburg High School here. Garen Hempen drains a triple after Cody Olson hit a three for CGD. It's 59-42. Healthy lead for the Falcons. CGD after that timeout put in perhaps their three-point shooting lineup as Tyson Burning comes into the game for the first side. Connor stayed on the bench as here's a three that is in and out, but a putback by Martinez is up and in. Nice play by Olson, who tipped it right to Martinez. 15-point lead for the Falcons, 3.5 minutes to go. We need to force some turnovers here. Mackey guarded by Carpenter. At the free throw line, crosses around, now gets up and rises tall to finish. Jaden Mackey had a couple of those really nice finishes at the hoop here in this fourth quarter. CGD the other way, 3:08 to go. Carpenter over to the left. Here's an off-balance look for Moore that misses long. Offensive rebound by Carpenter, throws it up, not even facing the hoop, and he got fouled. Carpenter knew he just had to get up a shot there, try and draw a foul, and was able to do so. Carpenter at the free throw line for the second time tonight. Goes up and sinks the first. Owen Thomas comes back into the game for the Falcons, as does Aiden Harrington for Clarion Goldfield Dows. And Connor State on the bench, perhaps try and get more shooters out on the floor for CGD. 2 free throws good for Carpenter. 3 minutes exactly to go, 15-point lead. Hempen with the basketball to Gavin Thomas on the right. Thomas looking inside at Hogstad. Now dribbling away from some pressure as Gavin Thomas just dribbling around the right side. Into Owen Thomas in the corner. Couple of pass fakes, now doubled. In some trouble, finds its way to Gavin Thomas. To the left with Mackey. Mackey eating clock as well as the rest of these AP Falcons. Owen Thomas now lob inside to Haugstad. Goes up, spinning through the defense, missed it short, but a foul. That one's gonna go against Carpenter, his third. Haugstad's gonna have 2. He has been sensational tonight, both offensively and defensively. He's done a really nice job of guarding Connor State. As he sinks the first free throw. And we have another timeout on the floor. 62-46, Appleton-Parkersburg with the lead. We'll step aside, listening to high school basketball on 104.9 KLMJ. Go for 2 again if you want.
He's got one of each. 30-second timeout taken by the Cowboys. 30-second timeout.
It should be 30. I have no idea why they're a minute. They should be 30 and they should just play more frequently. Because then we can actually use them on 30-second timeouts. And it makes it easy to, you know. 2:30. It is. I actually.
Foul on number 25, Tyson Burning, his first, team 5th. Aiden Harrington replaces Burning. Connor State replaces Jacob Moore. Jaden Mackey with the bucket.
Welcome back to Applington Parkersburg High School. Connor State spinning up in the lane. A nice post move gets him a bucket, but AP made 2 shots during that commercial break at 64-48. Falcons with the lead, minute and a half to go. Right now just need to take care of the basketball, and they should be well on their way to a regional final coming up next week. As when Thomas is fouled on the logo at half court, Martinez and Cody Olson try to create the trap. That's the 3rd foul going against Olson. Again, winner of this game plays Garner, Hayfield, Ventura, and Forest City. That is coming up next week. They'll be at Hampton Dumont Cal High School, kind of halfway between the amongst the 4 schools, should say, as that'll be next Tuesday. Off the inbound, here goes Mackey, up and a flush over top of Carpenter. My goodness, meeting him at the summit. What a finish by Mackey, dunking over top of Carpenter. On the other end, State spinning up and in. Can't finish the layup, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, spiraling around the cup and in. It has been Jaden Mackey in this 4th quarter for AP. Has 9 points for the Falcons. Has lead by 16, under a minute to go, and Martinez commits the intentional foul on Gavin Thomas to put the Falcons at the free throw line. .8 to go. That's the 7th team foul on the Cowboys. So bonus throws the rest of the way for AP. Thomas can't hit the first. So opportunity here for the Cowboys. They're going to have to go awfully quickly. Carpenter is fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line for bonus tries. We're going to get into the free throw shooting game here down the stretch. Foul goes against Gavin Thomas, his 2nd. And Harrington checks back into the ballgame for Tyson Burning. He's played some minutes here in this 4th quarter. Good defender for the Cowboys. Late Gavin Wilson's going to head to scorer's table as well. Carpenter can't make the 1-and-1. Mackey with the ball the other way, and the fouls are going to have to come here for CGD. And they just won't call one there. And under 38 seconds to go. Hempen just dribbling away from defenders. Now to Thomas, now handoff again to Hempen. And a foul called against Martinez with 33.7 to go. 2nd foul on Mateo Martinez. And he is going to come out with what will likely be the final time as he hugs assistant coach Jason, head coach Brandon Lansky. Martinez with a smile on his face as he came off. Has been fantastic for the Cowboys this season, as Coach Thomas is going to clear the bench for the Falcons as well. First free throw up and in for Garrett Hempen. You look at this CGD team, they're going to finish the year 11-11. They finished 5th in the NCC, but they started the season 1-5. Had a 6-game winning streak in January. Played their best basketball down the stretch, rode a 3-game winning streak into this game against Applington Parkersburg. They're a really good team from outside, but have a fantastic post. And Connor State will be back next year as well. And up and down, you look, this Clarion Goldfield Dows team is going to have plenty of guys next year going to make an impact. As we have a timeout on the floor, we'll take another one. 32.9 to go, 68-50 AP on their way to a win. Listening to high school basketball on 104.9 KLMJ. My bad. Probably only one here. They're not even going to call a timeout. They're just getting subs in.
And some more Cowboys come in.
Yeah, just need a revamp over there.
Three-point bucket by the senior, Gavin Wilson. That's one way to go out, Mr. Wilson, with a 3.
Awesome moment happened during that commercial break. Gavin Wilson, a senior for this CGD team, hit a fading three-pointer in the corner. And then a dead ball was able to sub out for the final time. Gavin Wilson ends his CGD career on the high note as well. 68-53 is going to be your final score as the Falcons dribble out the clock. Apologies if it may have sounded a little clunky tonight, just juggling some plates with wrestling back in studio. Ben Booth has done a fantastic job just trying to get in all of the opportunities to thank our great boosters and sponsors for bringing you Applington, Parkersburg, and CGD basketball. But your final score, 68-53. The Falcons advance. They will face the winner of Garner, Hayfield, Ventura, and Forest City on Tuesday night. That game will be at Hampton, Dumont, Cal, and we'll also have it for you on 98.9 KQCR. And final score 68-53. We'll step aside here, come back and give you some of the stats and totals. Big thanks to Ben DeMuth back at studio. Does not go unnoticed. He had a lot on his plate tonight, and he weathered it well. We'll get you also to wrestling coverage when we return. Listening to high school basketball on 104.9 KLMJ.
The Applington Parkersburg Community Schools would like to